If you're looking at the screen, it says Obamacare penalty, another blow for small business owners. Obamacare penalty may include business owners facing $100 per day. There may be an expensive wake-up call this coming month for small business owners. They thought they were home free until 2015, but may have a shock. If a business has at least one employee and generating $500,000 in revenue a year, they must notify all employees by letter about the Affordable Care Act's health care exchanges. If they do not, they'll face a $100 per day fine. Now, this applies to any business that is regulated under the Fair Labor Standards Act and doesn't matter the size. Plus, any new employee must receive the letter within 14 days of their start date, according to the Department of Labor. A few months ago, the employer mandate was informed that every business with at least 50 or more full-time employees must offer workers acceptable coverage or face a $2,000 penalty per worker per year. Now, Keith McMurdy, partner of Fox Rothschild, says the $100 per day fine has been unfortunately overlooked by many small businesses, and the dollar amount on the penalty comes from the general per day penalty under the ACA. However, the October 1 employee notification deadline stands. Now, you can go to www.thefutureofhealthinsurance.com and get more information. The PPACA has a general $100 a day penalty for non-compliance. Now, since this requirement is in the FLSA, there are also penalties there. So the general consensus is that some penalty applies, and probably the general provision, McCurdy tells FoxBusiness.com. Joseph Dutra, the president and CEO of Kimmy Candy Company, has 30 employees and brings in more than $500,000 in revenue annually, which means he has to notify workers of the exchanges by October 1st. He had no idea. Now, my understanding is that a lot of businesses don't know what the requirements are under the law, Dutra says. So, many businesses don't have a designed HR department. You see, Joe's HR department is his son, John Dutra. John says the business was aware of the October 1st deadline for notifying workers about the exchanges, but did not know about the $100 penalty. He says while the company will continue to offer benefits to its employees as it currently does, the costs it will pay for coverage overall will increase by 4% thanks to the ACA regulations. Ray Keating, the chief economist for the Small Business and Entrepreneurship Council, says many businesses are likely unaware of this potential fine coming down the pike for failure to comply, and that it's unclear how the government will be implementing the $100 per day penalty. It's a steep fine when you start tallying up all the costs businesses need to start figuring out. Am I better off just not offering coverage and paying the penalty? He says. And there's no easy answer with this. You're dealing with the threat of a $100 a day penalty fine. But you also have to go through the process of notifying everyone, so on and so forth. So there are no easy ways out for business owners. Keating says it's simply another example of how the law will cost both businesses and government just more cash. Now, the White House declined to comment on how the fine would be implemented, but deferred to the U.S. Small Business Administration, which says education on this FLSA requirement has been part of any and all outreach that SBA does with small business owners. Get this, the agency says it has participated in more than 750 ACA regulated events with more than 30,000 small business owners and community stakeholders since February 2013. Now, we cannot predict the outcome of any future legislation or litigation related to the health care reform as described under Item 1, Business, Health Insurance Industry, and Market Opportunity. We expect healthcare reform to result in profound changes to the individual health insurance market and our business. You can go to www.aiadirectquote.com for more information and free quotes from multiple carriers. Now, for additional information concerning the Obamacare, you can go to www.thefutureofhealthinsurance.com, and there's several articles in there sharing some powerful information with you concerning the healthcare insurance issues. Once at the blog, all you need to do is read the article that was written concerning the penalty and the $100 per day costs. If you don't show the information with a letter to your employees, what you're going to do is then at the bottom where the arrow is, you can click that and you can see the letter that has been sent out by Chip Dobson to thousands of businesses explaining the scenario to them. Well, thank you very much, guys and gals, for your time. And again, if you want a free quote from multiple carriers, go to www.aiadirectquote.com.